Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, I'm Ayu Annisa, and in this video, I'm going to explain about how language shapes the way we think in front of a mind map. Okay, let's begin. There are 4 human abilities we have now. They are listening, speaking, reading, and writing. In this explanation, we are going to focus on speaking. Speaking is one of magical abilities that humans have. We as humans are speaking by using language. With using language, we can transmit complicated thoughts to one another. Speaking with language, that means we are making sounds with our mouth, exhaling and making sounds, hiss, flaps, and creating air vibration. The air vibration is transferred to the listeners through their ears. The listener's brain takes the vibration from eardrums and it transforms them into thoughts. It's a process that shows that humans are able to transmit our ideas and are able to transmit knowledge across mind through language. There are 7,000 languages around the world. They have different sounds, different vocabularies, and different structures. The question is, because there are 7,000 languages, does the language we speak shape the way we think? Initially, no data was found on this problem, but over time there is actual scientific data that can explain this problem. The data explain that language has 5 effects in shaping the way we think. First, language can have big effects, for example, in space and time. In this case, it occurs on Aboriginal community. They don't use left and right point of direction, but they use points of the compass such as east, west, north, and south. It also occurs in organizing time. English speakers usually use left to right. Meanwhile, Arabic and Hebrew speakers usually use right to left. Second, language can have really deep effects. It happens when using numbers. Some languages don't have exact number words. It causes them they don't count and they are having trouble to keeping track with the quantity. Third, language can have very broad effects. For example, it affects on grammatical gender. It applies especially to all nouns. The example of languages that have grammatical gender are German and Spanish. And it shows that language can shape about anything. They can be named by a noun. Last, language can shape things or have weighty effects. It happens when conveying the ideas like blame and punishment or eyewitness memory. Language can differ in how we describe an event. For English speaker, the language describes the person or who did it. Meanwhile, in Spanish, the language describes what happened with the things or the intention. It can be concluded that language guides our reasoning about events. The beauty of linguistic diversity refers to us just how ingenious and not flexible the human mind is. Human minds have invented not one cognitive universe, but 7,000 languages. That means so many of them. Different language, different meanings, and different perception. We can create many more languages, and we can hone and change it to suit our needs. But unfortunately, we are losing so much of this linguistic diversity all the time. It can be estimated of how the world languages will be gone in the next 100 years. This is also feared to happen in Indonesia, because Indonesia lives many tribes with different languages. Although Indonesian is the first language, each tribe must be inherited their own language because language is the identity of a tribe. The studies that discuss about the human mind and human brain is based on studies from American English-speaking undergraduates at universities. This study has not been found in Indonesia as a country that has many languages. It also shows that human mind is actually narrow and biased. The explanation above, in my opinion, language does shape the way that we think. Because language has important role such as conveying our ideas, our thoughts, and our meaning. And language helps us to communicate to one another. Although each language has different sounds, different vocabularies, different structures, and different perfection, each language is used to convey thoughts and communicate with other people. That's how the language that you speak shape the way that you think. Okay, that's all about my explanation. Thank you for watching this video. See you and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.